Hi everyone, good day to all of us. Today I would like to share about a topic that is close to us. It is an important topic in our life, but we often neglect about this. So the topic is time is life, time is happiness. So let us start with a very simple question. Let's think together. What is the most precious things in the world? Maybe some of us have some idea. Is it money? Or is it power? In the history, we have seen there are a lot of kings fight over the power. Or is it fame? Especially nowadays, we have seen a lot of celebrities, actor, actress chasing after this fame. So let's think together. Sometimes we always try to chase these things, which is a worldly treasures, but we often neglect something else. So first of all, we must come together to a common understanding. The most precious thing is actually life. Because without life, all other matters does not matter at all. Without life, we cannot enjoy the good food that money can buy. Without life, we cannot enjoy a good car or perhaps a house, even a relationship with our friends, with our family. So without life, really, the rest of the things does not matter at all. The rest of the worldly possessions are meaningless to us. However, we as a human, we are very interesting creatures. We always take life as granted. We always think that there will be always tomorrow. We always never think that life is a limited time, is a limited resource. So in the end, in the journey in this world, easily we get confused. We are confused about what are the most precious things in life. We try to chase after other things. We work very hard to maybe from morning to night time to chase after other things which we think as a real treasures. But again, we only live one time. We only live once. We should decide carefully. We should be wise enough to decide what is the most important thing in our life. So we often heard the news. There are some actors or actresses or even famous people who are rich. They are famous. They have the name and are powerful people. But at the end, some of them actually commit suicide and take their own life. So why is that so? If really these are the treasures in the world that everybody sought after, why for some people who have already obtained this, they still take their own life? They were unhappy and they were lacking of something else. So this is something that we would like to find out together today. So in the Eastern world, usually if we meet a lady and a female and we ask a question, how old are you? These questions always considered quite rude. Usually people would like not to tell their age, especially for ladies. So why is that so? Why everyone is afraid of telling their age? Or maybe everybody is afraid of getting older. Realizing it or not, we are getting older and older. We are aging every minute, every seconds, right? So if we look at our life, perhaps in modern world, we will take a life expectancy maybe about 80 or 70 years for a common people. And if we ask ourselves currently, what is our age? How old are we? Maybe some of us is 15 or 20, some of us 40, and 50 or even 70. So at every stage of our life, we might have a different thinking, we might have a different needs. When we are at the age of 20, we think we have so much years ahead of us. But if we put our shoes in those who are at the age of 70, for example, we might be thinking, oh, maybe I only have a few more years. So what is our priority in life? Our priority in life keep changing based on this stage of life. But it never really occurs to us, to be honest, when life itself will stop. We always think we still have many years ahead of us, right? So life itself is actually can be broken down into years. 70 years old, it can be broken down every year. And each year, it can be broken down into months. And each month, we can break it down into weeks, days, hours, minutes, and seconds. So without us realizing it, actually every minute that we use is actually using the time in our life. And life itself, time itself, is actually a limited resource. What is the currency in our life? It is not dollars, it is not US dollars, Singapore dollars, but the currency in our life is actually time. This is the most limited resources in life. Whether we spend it for something useful, whether we spend it for something meaningless, time will pass, and day by day we are getting older and older. And we are using this time, there is limited resource assigned to us, regardless of whatever usage we get out of it. And in life, there are so many paths. There are so many things that we want to achieve in life. We have a bucket list. We have a list of dreams that we want to achieve. And sometimes it can be very confusing. Sometimes we get lost in the routinity of life. Every day we wake up, we go to work 9 to 5, and during weekend we will just want to enjoy and relax our life, ourselves. Perhaps we think we have been working very hard during all the days, so this is time to enjoy, right? So a lot of us, day by day, we are moving around without a clear goal, without a clear direction in our mind. What is the purpose of our life? But again, life is temporary. It is too short for us to get confused all the time. So we must grasp opportunity, and we must try to find out what is the real purpose of life and function as it is. So again, as we have mentioned, life is very precious. It is the most precious things in the world, and time is life. So time itself is very precious. Time is invaluable. So how should we use this life, this time that is invaluable? What is worth it enough? What is valuable enough to be paid with our life? Some of us use our time very easily. Maybe easily we spend 2-3 hours playing games or watch movies or even daydreaming. Some of us maybe use these times more wisely to learn something, right? But again, what is the most valuable things that is worth it enough to be paid with our time, with our life? So over here, we would like to bring it up. The most valuable things that we can achieve is actually true happiness. So true happiness is very different from sensual pleasures. So sensual pleasures are some things that we can get, some things that we feel happy about when we fulfill our worldly desires. We fulfill our sensual needs. For example, we satisfy our five senses, the sight, hearing, taste, touch, and smell. We feel good when we eat something good, for example. So these are sensual pleasures. Does not mean that sensual pleasures is always bad. Sometimes we need a little bit of sensual pleasures when we eat. We can appreciate the food, for example. But don't be trapped by sensual pleasures. Sensual pleasures is not sustainable. For example, if some of us like to eat fried rice, the first day we eat fried rice, we can eat maybe 3 plates of fried rice. Second day we eat the same things. Third day again we eat fried rice. I think at the end of the fourth day we cannot even smell the fried rice anymore. It will taste so bad for us. Right? So this is sensual pleasures. It cannot be sustained. And if we cannot control these sensual pleasures, always and always we need to increase the dosage. So we have seen this case every time when people are start smoking or drinking beers. In the beginning, nobody start smoking 5 packs a day. Everyone start with a single smokes of cigarette. And everyone thought, it's okay, man. We just try one shot. There's nothing wrong with that. But that's how we get hooked. That's how we get started. And then soon enough, one cigarette does not get the high that we want. And then we need to top up. We need to increase the dosage. Day by day, after a few months, then 1 pack. After a few years, perhaps 2 to 3 packs a day. Right? So again, this is sensual pleasures. We keep increasing the dosage to satisfy our needs that is never really be satisfied. And this is not true happiness. So again, we keep asking ourselves, what is true happiness? This is something that we really think we want to achieve in life. True happiness cannot be obtained from outside. If you try to find true happiness in the world, you go from east to west, from south to north, go to the 5 continents, you cannot find true happiness. Why? Because true happiness, we can only find it inside ourselves. It is inside us. So do not look for true happiness outside. Happiness itself is something that is inherent in us, inherent in human nature. Sometimes it seems so simple, right? But why everybody cannot be happy, right? And can we really believe this? Can we really believe that originally we already have this happiness inside ourselves? So for examples, we can look at small kids or even babies. They do not require so many things to be happy. When they look at their parents, they look at the mother when we are small, we already find happiness. So happiness itself is actually a part of us. Do not look outside, look inside yourself. So if true happiness is actually part of our original nature, to find true happiness, we must radiate out this true nature of ourselves, which is a true self. So when we can become truly happy when we become our true self. When we really become who we really are and functioning as who we really are. In this case, if we are really showing ourselves, our true natures, we are free of attachment. Meaning to say, we are not bonded by anything external. External factors, worldly affairs, are phenomena that keep happening in the world. So, for example, the dualities in life, we always heard about rich or poor, up or down, ugly or beautiful, successful or failures. These are all part of the phenomena in the world. These are two sides of the same coin, which always happens in life. So to really appreciate life, to really be happy at all time, don't let our happiness depend on all these external factors. We should really be happy regardless of the external environment. When we are facing the phenomena outside, be it success or failure, challenges, we deal with them accordingly. But do not let this affect our life. So, to achieve true happiness, do not wait for it. Do not wait until we become rich or we become famous. We can be happy at this moment. We can be happy at this time. It is a matter of your heart. It is a matter of our feeling and our mind. So, we can be happy at this time. We can be happy by looking at the simple things in life. We can still breathe. We still be able to see the blue sky. This is a kind of simple happiness that we can find in everyday life. So, if we are poor, we can still appreciate life. We can still be happy. Rich people, if we are rich, we have tons of money, but inside our heart, we still feel insecure. We are suspicious of other peoples. We feel afraid and worry about our treasures, for example, about our money. We suspicious whether people are close to us because they would like to get a portion of our money. So if we choose to think this way, we will never be happy, even though we possess all the worldly rich. So again, regardless of our conditions, regardless whether we are rich or poor, we can choose to be happy. This is just a condition. This is just external factors in life. So, how do we use our time? How is how we use our life? Our time is invaluable resource. It is a limited resource that we should use to achieve true happiness. And how to use it? There are 3 important points on how we can use our life. This is a guidance that we can always think, we can always keep reminding ourselves every day when we wake up. So first, we should always try to benefit other people. We try to make other people happy. Then we can be happy. So, if we think about it, have we really ever wondered about what is our purpose in life? Why we are in this world? Life itself sometimes can be so meaningful, but another times it can also be so meaningless. It really depends on how we use our life. Life can be so impactful, life can be so significant when we contribute to the world, when we contribute to many people. What we do, how we use our life, how we use our time, give our contributions to the society, then we touch a lot of people's life. We can be creates a better life for other people. In this way, life is very meaningful, right? So, as a human, our benevolence, our magnanimity is decided by how we benefit other peoples. How many people we care about. It can start from a small environment. For example, in family, we can contribute towards the happiness of our family. As a member of the family, perhaps we help our parents, perhaps we help our brothers and sisters so that they can live well and achieve some level of stability. And we feel happy when they feel happy, right? As a parents, when we see our kids growing, they start to have some kind of maturity, some kind of independence, we feel happy, we feel proud. This is a proof that We can be happy when we make other people happy. Applying this to a bigger stage. For example, Mother Teresa, Nelson Mandela. These are people who are great. And great people is remembered by many because, again, they touch the life of many people. The impact can be felt by many people. So let us put another scale of our success. Do not always put a material possession as a measure of our success, because material is also temporary. Let us put the measure of our success in a way that how many people we benefit, how our life touch the life of others, how we can benefit others is a true measure of our success in life. So moving on, the second point, how to use our invaluable times to achieve true happiness. The second point is we need to use this time wisely to grow and develop ourselves so that we can be useful, we can be beneficial to other peoples. So first, if we have the intention to help other peoples, it is good. But we also need another thing. We need to have the skill, we need to have the knowledge to be useful to other people, to be useful to society. So we need to use our time wisely, constantly upgrade ourselves. We demand the best of ourselves. Every minute, every second actually counts. How we spend our life is very important to the results. So we need to constantly cultivate ourselves. We need to get to know our true self so that we can radiate the true nature of ourselves, the true nature of human being, which are happy. We can benefit other peoples. And every day is counted. Make our daily life fulfilling and live our life to the fullest. We need to keep growing our love, wisdom, and happiness from time to time. We can start from simple things like giving smiles to some people that near to us, and then this simple happiness, simple smile can create a ripple effect. So, for example, in the morning, if we go to the office, somebody give you a smile and, "Hi, good morning, how is your day?" And we have a small chat, and everybody feel happy. And then you carry this happiness forward. When you meet another person next, you give this happiness to them. Again, "How are you? Good morning, how is your weekend?" And then slowly everybody get happy, and this is like a ripple of happiness. This is a small way how we can be beneficial to other people also. This is a small way how we can think of growing ourselves. Third, again, how to use our invaluable time to achieve true happiness. The third point is don't waste our time in negative emotions. For example, our hatred towards other people. Right? So if life is so important, if life is so valuable, time is so valuable, we should not use this time for meaningless stuff. It's not be used for negative emotions. Because negative attitudes, negative emotions will destroy our happiness. It will swallow our happiness. In the morning, if you come to the office and perhaps your boss call you and give you a criticism or scold you even because of small mistakes or because of other mistakes. And if we let this unsatisfaction, we let this hatred hang around in the whole day, actually we waste one day. When we go lunch at that time, we cannot taste the good food. Everything seems no taste, right? When other people smile to us, Because our heart was full of angers, we cannot even see that. We cannot enjoy the life for that day. And we hope that that night we sleep well, and the next day we hope we can recover, right? But for some people, they carry this anger or resentment maybe a few days. Some carry it few weeks or even months and years. We have heard about all this story when we cannot forgive other people. We keep carrying this hatred in ourselves. If we think in a clear mind, it is a foolish action. And if we analyze it, for example, when somebody criticizes us, first, perhaps it's a good criticisms. It's something that we can learn, something that we can change in ourselves to improve ourselves. Or second, maybe he has a bad day. He got another scolding from other people. And then when he meet us, he scold us in turn, right? It can be this way. Or it can really be that they are not very friendly to us. But whatever the case is, if we take this with us, become a burden, it seems like we are carrying this rubbish all day, all time with us. We are the foolish one. People throw rubbish at us, and then we collect the rubbish and put in our pocket, right? So this is a negative emotions. This is negative feelings. So let's us not dwell on this kind of small incidents. Don't spoil our day. And we learn to forgive. Do not dwell on the past. And more importantly, don't be entangled with negative thought and emotions. Don't let it keep coming back in our mind. If we do this, we cannot really experience the true meaning of life, the value and happiness in life. We sit here, but our mind is thinking about, oh man, he's talking bad about me. We cannot enjoy our life in this way. All right. So we need to be grateful for everything in life, and so learn to take criticism, constructive criticisms. So these are the 3 steps again, how we can use our invaluable times, our precious resource, which is part of life, to achieve true happiness. First, think about how we can benefit other people. Second, we need to use time wisely to grow ourselves. Third, don't waste our time in negative emotions. This is the very important 3 points. So in conclusion, everything in life is a choice. We ourselves is the owner of this life. We can decide what choice we take in life. We can decide how we use our time. We can decide what is the most precious thing in life. We can decide a goal, a direction for our life. And we can decide how to use this life, which is only one time, to benefit other peoples, to be so meaningful, to be so impactful, or to be so meaningless. It is in our hand. We can make a choice. So every day, every hour, every minute, and every seconds, we should try to be able to feel happiness at that moment. We should try to appreciate and feel the deep meaning of life. We should experience a well-accomplished and enriched life in single day. Every day, if we can see an improvement in our life, if we really put a time, a resource to make ourselves better, we can definitely see the progress. And if we can see this progress, we will feel satisfied. If we want to learn something, we put our heart and our mind to it. We know why we want to learn something. Perhaps we want to learn some audio or video visuals so that we can be useful in a way. Every day, if we achieve some targets, if we improve ourselves, we can feel the satisfaction. And So again, we need to encourage ourselves to do something meaningful and also valuable every day, so that we can process a brilliant and shiny life. Thank you for listening. I hope that all of us can really take a time to really try to understand, comprehend these things, and really rethink how we can take our life, where we can take our life to, and plan. Planning is very important, and make a decision how we can use our time daily. This is the message that I would like to share. I hope everyone have a good day and good life ahead. Thank you.